What's up everyone and welcome to another Warframe video. Today we're going to be revisiting the original Warframe One Punch Man, which is Atlas Prime. In the Techrot Encore update, DE changed a lot regarding stat sticks and the interactions melee weapons had with certain Warframe abilities, removing this interaction and instead giving them separate moddable weapons. So how has this changed him? Is he still as good as before, or is he even better now? Well, we need to talk about the core of his build, which is his first ability, Landslide, and his new exalted weapons to go along with it, the Landslide Fists Prime. Atlas will charge in a straight line at an enemy and punch them really hard. With each consecutive punch he hits in a larger and larger radius, which can be increased with the use of mods. Much like a standard melee weapon though, the ability does have a combo counter which affects mods things like Blood Rush and Weeping Wounds for the combo increasing benefits. In addition to this, we're running his augment, Rubble Heap, when he's above 1400 rubble, which is generated by killing enemies affected by Petrify or from despawned rumblers. Landslide will cost no energy, will travel twice as far, and most importantly, deal double damage. I think you can see where this is going. There's not really a huge amount to understand or, a lot of difficult interactions when it comes to Atlas. It's very much he punch stuff, he punch a lot of stuff very hard, and the modding really does reflect that. Thankfully on the frame only one umbral form are needed here, so it's not overly expensive. We're going to run triple umbral mods for the combination of survivability and power strength, even more strength to hit even harder with power drift, even more survivability with an adaptation, streamline and fleeting for max efficiency, overextended to increase our range and hit more things, and then rubble heap for that extra damage from Landslide. Our arcanes are Blessing and Bellicose. These two together are an amazing combo. More health from every red orb from Blessing, something we're generating very easily with Sentinel and Synth Deconstruct, and then more power strength based on max health from Bellicose. It's just so hard to beat this combo of arcanes. Then for arcane shards, it's a combo of 4 strength and 1 cast speed. Our survivability is already through the roof, so pushing our damage to the moon is more beneficial here. However, the footage you're watching, I'm actually not running any shards at all. Mostly because these last few months I've been fairly lazy and not done my weeklies for months. So I just don't have many shards available. But at least this shows that this build kicks ass even without them. For the Landslide Prime, the weapons, we're going for max damage, crit and toxin, Blood Rush for stacking crit chance, Galvanized Steel for crit chance and stacking crit damage, Gladiator Might and Organ Shatter for crit damage, Primed Pressure Point and Spore Strike for raw damage, Prime Reach for more range since this does affect and influence the range of the Landslide, and then Primed Fever Strike. For Atlas, who hits slow and hard, the heat hot shot combo, which I'm going to be delving a lot into over the next week or so, isn't the best plan here, since that really relies on multiple speedy procs, things like from Peacemaker. But bypassing shields with toxin and boosting power strength with exposure, by doing something you're already doing, which is spamming Landslide, I feel is the best way to go. So what do I think of Atlas Prime, and how has he come out the other side of the pseudo-exalted weapon rework? Well, I think, honestly, he came out as potentially the best of the bunch when it comes to the frames involved in this rework. Well, aside from a few pretty obviously broken and unintended interactions which are completely breaking Gara's damage right now, which will be fixed and bring her more in line and probably not quite as good as Atlas. Atlas Prime absolutely smashes any content you put him in. Netrocells, Technocyte Coda, the longer run survivals. He has the damage and the survivability just to trivialize everything. Sticking the former on him was actually pretty nuts. I was done in 20 minutes tops, but that's because even with the basic build he absolutely slaughters Steel Path. And honestly, he's actually pretty damn fun to do it with. I had a great time playing around with Atlas. His damage combined with great base stats, ability to build into Bellicose and Blessing, easily able to keep up the ability I helmet on, which was Gloom. He's a very well-rounded package that's a lot of fun to play, and can do it with no setup, or barely any setup, not just on high level but low level as well. Some endgame level builds suck so hard to play at low level. Well, not this. This absolutely kicks ass, and he is definitely a frame I'd be playing around with a lot. and will slot some shards into him as soon as possible. It's worth saying though that all of this build, it really does only apply and work on Atlas Prime. The boost in base survivability stats he got over the standard frame was the largest upgrade of any prime, and it's not even close. The standard frame just doesn't have the raw stats to pull this off. So if you're watching this wondering whether to invest into your normal Atlas, I wouldn't. Just wait until you've got hold of the prime and then go absolutely ham. So I hope you enjoyed my look at Atlas. If there's anything you feel I should definitely take a look at, please let me know. This update has quite a few build update ideas floating around, some of which have the potential to be slightly nuts. But for now, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I shall catch you in the next one.